Blast me to Electia! It's time for the Mad Merlins Warhammer 40,000 Imperium Journey. Issue 45, Part 2. Gallery, Rules, and Mission. Hello and welcome back to the Mad Merlins Warhammer 40,000 Imperium Journey. So we're back with issue 45 today, and here is my completed Canoptek Wraith. I've painted this guy up in my battle-ready Saltec Dynasty Canoptek creature method. I've given him a varnish with Ard coat around the rim and Storm Shield all over the model. I've also detailed the base with a snowy theme to match in the rest of my Imperium collection. I may go back later on and apply a few transfers to him though. He looks a little bare on the green, but I think a few little gold transfers might help pick him out a little bit more. I've just built him up as the magazine dictates, and I've given him the eradication beamer, although it is loose, so I can easily swap it out for the particle caster if I wish to. I've opted not to go for the whip coils as they are a fairly fragile component, and if I want to use them I will say he has them. They are just retracted into his claws. So there we go. With that, let's move on to our rules. We only have one rule, and that is the Canoptek Wraith. So here we have issue 45, and we'll turn straight to the rules section, which is all that's left in this magazine. So here we have our Canoptek Wraith datasheet. They comprise of 3 models. They have a movement of 12, weapon skill and blizzard skill is 4+, strength 4, toughness 5, 3 wounds with 4 attacks apiece, leadership 10, and a 3+ save. Every model has vicious claws, and then they have the particle caster or transdimensional beamer as an optional equipment, and they can replace their vicious claws with whip coils. So they have the slinking strike, which means they can shoot and charge in a turn in which they fall back. So if they are in a fight they can't win, they can slink away, then choose a new target. And Wraith form, they have a 4+ invulnerable save, and each time the unit makes a normal move, advances, fallbacks, or charge unit, until that move is finished, models in that unit can move horizontally and through terrain features. There's a tutorial for that on the other side. And then we got a quick little bit of information about the weapons. So the Canoptek Wraith has 2 ranged weapons options: particle caster and transdimensional beamer. When making ranged attack rolls for this unit, make sure you use the correct weapon profile. I've got the transdimensional beamer equipped to this particular Wraith, and I think that's the better shot. It's 12 inches, assault 1, strength 4, -3 damage, so it's going to do some serious damage to whatever it hits. Particle caster isn't the best, good against low toughness models, but has no AP and only a single damage. Not too bad against the Skitarii and the Sisters. Vicious claws are +2 strength, making them strength 6, with a -2 and 2 damage, so they can easily take out a Space Marine with a single hit. The whip coils, while the extra hits are beneficial, it has a little bit lackluster on the AP and damage. But you can equip your models individually. It says any number of models can be equipped, so that'd be quite nice. And then we've got a tutorial over the page, like I said. So we've got a tutorial for his Wraith form, which basically allows him to ignore terrain and gain that invulnerable save. And then we have a rule reference tutorial for the slinking strike. So he falls back from the assault intercessors, then shoots and charges into the Skitarii. So, on to our mission. We've got another big double mapped mission today, and it's going to be a Canopic Infestation. So we are using a rather Canoptek heavy Necron force, and our Imperium force is the Mechanicum, led by the Canoness from Masters of Battle. So that's our mats. We are using 38 and 4. So we score 1 point at the end of our turn for each enemy unit that was destroyed that turn. 2 victory points if destroyed the enemy warlord. Most points at the end wins. 1 Technomancer, 2 squads of 3 Scarabs, a Spider, a Wraith, and a Toonblade, Canoness, Tech Priest Dominus, Tech Priest Engineer, 10 Rangers, and 3 Destroyers. And the battlefield is freedom to put terrain. I've just gone for a small selection of terrain to make it look like a Mechanicum sector as detailed in the mission detail. The Imperial player is the attacker in this scenario, from what I can gather. So they'll be getting first turn. I'll still do the normal roll off, I think, for first turn. And the defenders are set to be protecting their nest, as that says. Oops. Spoilers. But anyway, let's move on to our mission. So we are all deployed. I've elected to put the Canoptek Wraith into strategic reserves so you can come up and do some damage behind the enemy lines. But other than that, I have deployed all the Necron units as close to the centre of the ruins as I can. And over here, the Mechanicum, I've got the Destroyers down one corner, Tech Engineer, the Rangers, and the Canoness. And the Engineer is back with the Destroyers. So here we go with Canoptek Infestation. Beneath the surface of the Hive City, the Necrons have unleashed swarms of Canoptek constructs to hunt down survivors and atomize key Imperial facilities. Under the leadership of a Canoness of the Order of our Martyred Lady, a series of small Imperial strike teams have entered the stricken Hive, seeking to cull their Canoptek foes and prevent them from completing their campaign of terror and destruction. Necrons, Technomancer, Elimination Protocols. Under the command of the cunning cryptic Technomancer, all varieties of Canoptek constructs prepare ambushes for their unsuspecting human foes. They have only one goal: eliminate any Imperial forces foolish enough to stray into the lethal depths of the Alectian Hive complex. Imperium Canoness, sweep and clear. The Mechanicus facilities buried beneath Alectia's crust hold many advanced weapons, deactivated battle servitors, and mechanical equipment. The Canoptek swarms must not be allowed to overrun these locations, lest they destroy a veritable treasure trove of invaluable equipment. So, we have 5 turns to score as many points as possible. We score points by eliminating enemy models. 2 points per warlord, so in this case the Technomancer and the Canoness, and 1 point for each additional unit. So, roll off the first turn, and the Necrons snap it up with a 4. So, here we go with turn 1. Okay, that's been turn 1. And there's not a lot happened. Everything did move up as expected. I did manage to shoot and destroy the lone jet bike with my grav cannon on the destroyers. And I managed to pump, well, only do a single wound with plasmas on the spider. The Skitarii wiped out 2 bases worth of Scarabs, but they'll be able to heal in next turn. So the Imperium are ahead by 1 point, but we still have quite a lot left to do. So here we are with turn 2. Okay, bottom of turn 2, and things have swung round for the Imperial side. The Canoptek Wraith, he came on and did nothing. He got shot straight off by galvanic rifle fire. I've also eliminated one of the 2 Scarab Swarms this turn, so we've scored 2 points to the Imperium, and the Necrons are yet to score. So I think it's going to be an Imperial victory, but we still do have the spider to come in and start chopping stuff up. So here we go then, with turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, and it's pretty much all but over. The spider has 3 wounds remaining, and the Canoptek Cryptek has only a single wound remaining. I was luckily still within 30 inches of range, so his cover didn't exactly give him much benefits from my Skitarii. So we managed to do quite a considerable amount of damage on him. So I think it's going to be an Imperial victory. They are still on 3 points as they wiped out the Scarabs in the Necron turn, so that didn't count them towards their victory points. But we will get 3 extra points anyway by wiping out the Spider and the Cryptek. So we'll chalk that up as an Imperial victory. So, speaking of victory, what are we going to win in our next issue? Well, in our next issue, we get a new squad of units for our Sisters of Battle. So we get a single Repentia, single Arco-Flagellant, 2 Seraphim, and 3 Battle Sisters. We got a wonderful paint guide in that issue. We deploy them in battle in a small little skirmish mission. And then in issue 47, we get 2 new paints, so Pink Horror and Wild Rider Red. So we'll be highlighting our reds and our purity seals. We learn about the Talons of the Emperor, his elite guard, and we have additional Adeptus Sororitas rules. So that is it for this episode of the Imperium Journey. So I hope you have enjoyed watching. Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to thank you for watching if you've made it all the way through to the end. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's of course my affiliate links and my Buy Me a Coffee page, where I will be sorting out soon, hopefully, a reward scheme for people who donate certain amounts will get benefits such as early access to videos and discounts off commissions. And that is pretty much everything. So again, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more mad content. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.